Okay, I think this is working. Should be. Sure, every time you stream, something happens. Should be fine. Yeah, I need my, Oh, that's what I wanted to check real quick. What does this look like? Actually, I'll do it later.
グリーン牧場のお世話になってなんとか。
まったくグリーンのやつ。チョコボの。
もしかすると。
You'll get my chocobo.
ありがとう。
Get me my chocobo that can climb rocks for some reason.
ごめんね。報酬もないのに。
なあ、エアリス。弱々しく見せていたが、あの男は強いと思う。
もしかして私騙された？うまく使われてる？
かもしれない。
Ow. Wind I definitely do not like when it comes to. There we go. You into the air. Not what I was looking for, but okay. Ow. Dagger your butt. Dagger you. There we go. You're playing Final Fantasy VII. I'm playing Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. I don't know how young me had the patience or how slow it is. You know, it really comes down to the type of player that you are, because it's not just, I think, older RPGs and everything like that. Like, there's definitely a lot of rose-tinted nostalgia glasses that a lot of us wear when it comes to certain games and how it was back in the day. And, you know, are you able to look at it objectively sometimes and say, like, look, this was an amazing, super fun game, but, you know, some of the movement wasn't the greatest, or this wasn't that good, or any kind of, you know, anything like that, essentially. So it's always something to, you got to be able to look at it in multiple different ways, essentially. So but I mean, like, because what was it, the Dragon Quest HD 2D remaster or whatever, the one that came back out in December and everything like that, like, that game luckily added in a couple of features where you could, like, speed up the combat, and, you know, you could skip certain things, or not skip certain things, but, like, just do things a little bit more modern-ish, I guess is the best way to put it. And so if you did that, or because they were able to do that, it worked out really well and everything like that. Yeah, turned on 2x speed. Yeah, moving diagonally and everything like that. Yeah, exactly. So but yeah, I mean, it's not just, again, in RPGs. You can go back and look at something like I went back and played Bad Company 2, which, full stop, love that game to death. Played, oh, who knows how many hours into it back on the PS3 and all that stuff. But there are definitely some things in there now, especially with you know, games that we expect today, that it's just like, okay, yeah, the movement wasn't the greatest or anything, or, you know, it definitely could have used a couple of patches here and there for certain things, but overall, it was still an amazing game, right? So I think that's one thing you always have to look at when it comes to how things work.
Speak for yourself, that game was peak.
It absolutely was peak, but if you go back and play it now, like, some of the movement's a little janky, and if you're not used to that right now, you know, because, again, back in the day we were, but, like, especially how you compare it to a lot of movement and how certain other things work, it's nowhere near as good. So
that's not a cop-out answer to me.
That's just reality.
It's peak. It's the best.
I mean, it definitely was the best, which I just hope. I mean, no matter what happens, they are never going to be able to do a Bad Company 3 because we're all going to look at it and just be like, this is garbage compared to 2. Just the facts. So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of.
Be honest now, Lemon. You know it's the case.
I guess.
I guess. I don't want to admit it. Fine. It's finally the weekend, though. You gotta love it.
TGIF, man.
Hell yeah.
So I finished playing Tales of Graces F, and ooh, I do not recommend that game.
Oh, that bad.
That
I
game
see.
is not good. It very much feels like it was very much on a budget. I feel like I've backtracked more in that game than I've ever backtracked in any other game in my life without fast travel. Actually, they gave you fast travel in the last hour of the game as a, oh, look at that. Here you go. Now you can go do mop up all your quests. Like, this would have been great 20 hours ago.
You and maps,
bastard.
man. You and maps.
Oh, no, yet. Hey, I don't need, don't give me a map if I can't fast travel on it or see where the hell I'm going, because it's the worst map. It's just not, it's not great. It's not great. I don't like it. I did not like that game. I did finish it. I hate finished it. I rage finished it. After the 15-hour mark, I'm like, I'm gonna finish this fucking game. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I did finish it. I started playing 9 Souls today.
Oh, how's that?
So far, I'm only a couple hours in, but it's pretty good.
That's good. All right.
It's pretty good. If you like your Metroidvanias, it's pretty good.
That's always good.
It's very Sekiro-like,
Tales of Abyss
though.
got
You
their
have to-
copyright renewed, hopefully. Oh, did they?
Yeah, I saw that. I would like them to you know, remaster it or just drop it onto a console. I mean, last time that ever came out, I think was on 3DS. Which
Was it the 3DS?
well,
Damn, that's a long time ago.
Well, because it was a PS2 game, and then they remastered it or re-released, I should say, on the 3DS. I just never picked it up, and I kind of would like to play it.
So what is your next? So then, what's your next game then? If you just beat those games?
No, I haven't finished 9 Souls yet.
Oh, okay. So you're currently
I
working
just
on 9
started.
Souls.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just started today.
Got it. Okay.
It's really good though. So far, at least, I would recommend it.
Well, I think I'll wait for you to get a couple more hours into the game before you give me the final yes or no verdict.
Well, yeah, it was kind of between that and Ender Magnolia, which just came out, which is another highly I was highly anticipated, but also highly anticipated game card. There's another Metroidvania that people really look forward to. I'll play that probably after 9 Souls. The problem is I don't know how long 9 Souls is gonna take me, because Yakuza is coming out. I really want
I
to play
thought
that.
that comes out in like late. Is it late February
It's
or?
nearly a month away.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So I'm probably gonna be playing Ender Magnolia next.
Holy shit. What happened here? Holy crap, damn, I am hitting some really low ass frames. What the fuck is going on? My system should not be doing this.
It is a Japanese developer making a PC port, guy.
I know.
You're expecting
I know.
entirely too much.
I know I am, but still, like, damn. 14 frames, 12 frames! It's a record, people! I don't think I've ever seen... Holy crap, what the heck is going on? Genuinely curious.
So
What the
I
heck
was
is-
watching Some Ordinary Gamers.
Holy crap, this is
He was
bad.
talking about that game, and it absolutely brutalizes your hard drive. Like the read writes on it are knucking futs. So depending on where you put it at, it might be it's struggling to pull in textures.
Oh, it's because this is a mod that I put in. So unless the mod gets some kind of update I don't know about in less than 24 hours. Holy shit, this is. And I have DLSS on. It's not like. What the heck is going on with this? Damn, I have never seen this game. Like, I've been playing this game for about a week now, and it's never been this bad. But all of a sudden, what the F is going on? Oh, you know what? I wonder.
Sephiroth did this.
Yep, Sephiroth totally did this. No. I wonder if. I bet there's some update going on in the background.
There's update. Wait, what updates for what though?
I don't know, but I do know that Nvidia just had their big. Wonder if maybe it's because of my drivers.
They're updating your drivers while you're playing the fucking game.
No. So they're updating. No. So they're updating the app, right? They're updating the app, which looks to be
Right
done
now,
now.
as you're playing the game.
It was, but now it's done now. So
Jesus.
hang on. So what's new? Okay, so this is the DLSS 4 override stuff, all the DLSS 4 stuff, which I thought on 30 series was not exactly the greatest. So, but did it add support for? Holy crap! 8 frames on Final Fantasy right there. Woo, baby. The thing is, my rig is actually doing fine. Like, it's surprisingly so. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII. Wait, is it because I'm streaming it over to my streaming PC? That shouldn't be the case.
It senses you're streaming and does not like.
It does not. Apparently, it doesn't. I don't know. Hang on. Let me. Because all I'm doing is just simply so I have, because I've done this for all my PC games. I have OBS up on the streaming PC or on the gaming PC, but it doesn't actually stream or record or anything. All I simply do is I mirror it through my capture card, and then that appears on the streaming PC's OBS, and that does all the recording and streaming and everything like that. So theoretically, it basically doesn't do anything in terms of resources yet.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm confused about is that, so I have the NZXT cam thing, which just tells you, like, it's basically task manager, right? But in a little bit nicer thing. It says Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, the highest one, which makes sense. That's the game currently being played. And then the GPU is at 99%, which is what you want. But it has OBS at 75%. That doesn't. What? Doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like OBS is working your GPU.
It seems like it is. What's going on? Why? It shouldn't be doing that.
Adventures in open source software, baby.
Oh, I know, right? Hang on 1 second, everybody.
Sounds like it's doing rendering right now. But what it'd be rendering, I do not know.
Right, that's the thing right there. I just don't. What in the world would it be rendering? That's my question. Hang on. So hang on, guys. You won't see anything on. Let's close OBS on the gaming PC. You guys aren't going to see anything for a minute on. Okay, it is OBS. Whoa! Holy crap! It is OBS. So I closed OBS, and my frames. I mean, you obviously can't see it, but my frames jumped right back up. 115 FPS, 6 milliseconds. Yeah. What the hell? Wow. OBS, you've
there's probably a feature on you didn't realize was on. That's updates for you.
On OBS?
Yeah, I'm sure it updates itself and fucks around with the settings.
I mean, it literally just it did. But again, the whole point of this is that I'm not recording anything on the OBS PC game or on the PC,
Well,
right?
that doesn't necessarily mean it's not doing something or that there might be a bug in the software. Because normally you would be streaming from the PC itself. You're effectively doing this kind of weird offloading thing. So there might be a bug. It's trying to render and just throws that render out. Also, I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I haven't foggiest.
Maybe. Unfortunately, that's the easiest way to stream from the stream PC over to, or stream from the gaming PC over to the streaming PC. Yeah.
Sure. I'm guessing it's just some setting got turned on. Or there's a bug or something. I mean, is this the first time you ever had something like this happen? Like, does it happen in other games?
No, this has never happened in other PC gaming. That's the thing. So, all right, you know what? Let's open up OBS on the gaming PC again. You wonder. OBS. Okay, open up. What the? Holy crap. I'm not okay, so get this. I simply opened OBS. That's all I did. Okay?
Yeah.
And the frames jumped back down into the 30s.
So it's doing something that you are not privy to.
What the heck is going on? Something. I can't imagine that. Hang on. So I don't even know where I would even look for settings in OBS, because again, I'm not streaming anything on the game PC. I'm not recording anything. The only thing I do is that when I use what's called full screen projector. And then then I basically can project whatever's on OBS onto either a separate screen if I have multi-monitor set up, or I can do it with my Elgato because that's hooked up to my graphics card and everything. And again, with every single game I've ever done before, Finals, Marvel Rivals, God of War on PC, you name it, it doesn't affect anything. So the only theory I can even think of is that either A, it has to do something with the Optiscaler mod that I'm using on Final Fantasy VII, or there is something in OBS that is like overwriting it. I don't. But the thing, see, the weird thing is that any mod that I've used in Final Fantasy VII, or any game for that matter, granted, I'm not a huge modder or anything like that. That all that stuff gets placed into the game file. I'm not putting it into OBS file.
It could do a lot of things. I mean, it might just be messing with DLL files or something. It might be doing something else. I mean, you could try a different game, just cracking it on.
Let me crack on. Yeah, let me open up a different game, see what happens here.
Yeah.
Well, at least going in the menu, I get 60.
There you go. I mean, it's supposed to be an RPG. Spend most of your time in the menu.
Wrong type of
Really
RPG, but sure.
I really don't remember spending a whole lot of time in menu. Final Fantasy VII. It's not very RPG like then.
Well, I mean, it's definitely more in the action RPG side of things. So, okay.
Way more the action.
And yet people still complain about how difficult it is. Go look at all the comments in our guide videos, man. You will see. Holy crap, people.
Yeah, but those same people also bitch about Soulsborne games.
True. All right, let's open up the finals and see what happens.
Better do them shaders. Watch out for them. You're
I
gonna
played the game a day ago. So
okay.
unless there's some new shader that came out in less than 24 hours ago.
It's usually just an update. Had some shaders for Marvel Rivals.
Our Rivals hasn't updated in like 4 or 5 days.
When was the last time I played Marvel Rivals?
About a week ago.
That's the last time I played it. I do not play this game unless I'm playing with you.
Well, yeah. The only other times I open it up is to get recording footage that I need. Shaders.
Called it.
I mean, they're going pretty fast, so it's almost done.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, nothing seems to be. Let me just go into practice mode or whatever. Practice range. You know, there is one other thing I could potentially think of. So it doesn't happen with all games, but there are some games where if you try, so quick backstory, I guess. So when it comes to OBS, generally when you put it on to, especially if you're coming from, if you're doing it the way I do it, what you can do is you set up the source in OBS, right? And that can just simply be capture the monitor screen. No matter what's on a monitor screen, be it the internet, a game, doesn't matter, it captures it, right? Then there are other parts, there are other sources that are literally called like game or where you have to, it has to match a very specific window and then it'll be projected on there.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if maybe that's the case, because that's generally what I've always done for all my games. I just simply say, hey, capture this exact window. That way, if something pops up on my computer or something goes wrong, it doesn't, you know, affect the stream too much. Next thing you know, you're seeing my entire desktop or anything like that.
It's generally faster.
Right, it's generally faster, right? So I'm wondering maybe if that is part of the problem.
Well, I mean, yeah, also depends on what kind of hacking they did to get this game to run on a PC. I mean,
in terms of the mod I'm using, or in terms of the
in terms of Squeenix trying to get it to run on a PC. I mean, we're far gone from back in the day, but not 10, probably 15 years ago, you couldn't alt tab out of games without crashing games and stuff. Like, I remember when like exit games would sometimes just crash to desktop. Like,
oh, I mean, you still see that to this day. Like, I mean, generally, like for the finals, for example, I can hit the Windows key, and then it just lets me start popping up and doing other things on my computer and everything. Whereas there are other games where if you try to do that, nothing, absolutely nothing. So, okay, so yeah, so right now in the finals, I'm getting 140 frames, 7 milliseconds. CPU's doing fine. GPU render and the GPU utilization, 99%. Yeah, so everything's working just the way it's supposed to do.
So it might be your mod then.
It's got to be the mod or just the game itself. But man, that's gonna be a major pain in the ass because that means I have to go back into I have to go into the files and everything. That can take a while, so I'm not gonna do that on stream. So
adventures and registry adding. What are you talking about? That's great content. You didn't have to go in the registry, did you?
The only thing I did was
just replacing DLL files.
Yeah, I remember I replaced one DLL file and I put a couple other ones in there that helped with stability. That was about it. So, and the game itself has not updated. So my only thought is that, and again, but here's the thing though, all the mod stuff is working until I bring up OBS. That's the weird part.
But it just means they're conflicting with each other. Something with the mod, what the mod's doing is fighting with OBS, which, I mean, it's unfortunate. If it's like a GitHub thing, you can put a bug on it, but I mean, these things do happen.
No,
I'm guessing
I know
they have to do weird shit to make it work anyway. I'm guessing it does a lot more than just basic.
Browse local file. Let me bring up my local files real quick on the game itself. So if I remember correctly, yeah, it was in the engine, binaries, third party. I don't remember off the top of my head. Windows, I think, DirectX. Now that's a DLL file, but that's not the one I changed. Plugins? Yeah, I think it's this. Is it this DLL file that I changed? No, it's not this one. Let's say. Okay, it definitely wasn't that one. I'd have to go back because I used a guide to help me, learn how to do this stuff. Like obviously I don't know how to do.
Well, you're saying you didn't memorize.
Yes, I totally memorized every intricate part of this file stuff in order to know exactly. I did actually, funny enough, I literally just found what I'm looking for. If I remember correctly, yeah, because if I remember correctly, I changed this nvngx.dll file. That was about it, though. It was basically that. I didn't do any of that because there are two mods I was originally looking at, but one of them I decided not to do, and one of them had to do with like frame generation, which I just didn't give two shits about. But I don't. Unfortunately, I think the one thing I did mess up on was not creating a backup just randomly in my like on my desktop somewhere that I could just replace over the mods. So the only way to get rid of the mods would be to completely delete everything essentially and re-download the game from scratch.
Yeah, you could technically, I think, could do those repair installs. You can do in Steam.
Can I?
It might do that.
Manage. Backup game files, uninstall, mark as private, hide game, browse local files. Where would it be? General updates, install files. Datas, controllers, DLC, game recording, privacy. Where are you looking?
I swear to God that it was a thing back in the day. Let's see.
Chad, is he correct? Is there a way to just like repair it? I don't remember. Updates.
It's installed file. Oh, never mind. It's not. It's verify the game's files are installed correctly. Verify integrity of game files.
Oh, that.
So installed files. Hit that, and that might pull it.
Well, let's see. Verifying the files. 1%. Could be a while on this.
Well, it is like a
153 gigabyte game.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, with the size of it, I'm not surprised. Plus, let's be perfectly honest here.
God forbid they compress textures.
Huh?
God forbid they compress textures.
Well, you might want to tell that to the entire industry then, because when was the last game that we had that was like this size, but like 50 gigabytes or lower? I mean, hey, let's put it this way. Call of Duty, which is clearly, in terms of like the size of certain maps and everything, is nowhere near the size of some of these RPGs. And yet that game is like 200-300 gigabytes. So
yeah, but there's a metric shit ton of things in that game, though. That's every fucking Call of Duty since I think the original remake of Modern Warfare 1. Like there's literally like its own thing now.
Well, I thought you're talking about that like hub thing or whatever they have,
yeah,
right?
Call of Duty. It's just called Call of Duty.
Yeah,
now.
I think that itself is 150, but then like so Black Ops 6, the latest one, that is 150 on its own. Like just that game.
Dude, I don't think you have just on its own though. I think you had to have that little hub thing.
You had to, but what I'm saying though is that when people looked at the PC version of it and everything, like yes, you have to have both the hub and the game downloaded, obviously, right? To play that particular game. Having the hub does not mean you can just jump in and play the other games. You have to actually download those games separately, essentially. So, but what they found was that like Black Ops 6 was like 150 gigabytes, and then the hub thing itself is an extra 150 gigabytes. So it's 600. It's 300 gigabytes in total, basically. So,
yeah, it's Call of Duty. It's fine.
Yeah. So, all right, we're at 30%. We're at 30% people. We're going to see if this what this thing says. Verifying integrity of files. It's probably gonna come back at me and be like, what the F did you do to this game? That's honestly really funny.
I mean, it should come up because you did technically change it.
I'm assuming it will. Yeah, I'll have to see what it says. It's at 37% right now, so it's not actually taking that long, which is good. Plus, I'm not that far into the game. Like, I'm only in chapter 3, so. This is unfortunately where I have to also look at. Actually, I am curious if there are other mods that have been updated. Access mods. New ones came up for there you are. Final Fantasy, yeah, they have a mod for the finals. I don't know what you're really gonna be modding in the finals. What gun particularly looks. All right, costumes, PS1 menu sounds, Switch Pro buttons. Completed save file, hard mode done. So just skip the game essentially. Okay. Beach attire, which you can already get in the game. So okay. Max skill slots. Frame Fantasy FPS Booster Optimizer. Curious on that one. All clear save files, yada yada. Eufy 4K upscale textures, Barrett, 100% steal and drop rate. That could be helpful, I guess. Unreal, what is this? Unreal Rezen for Rebirth. What is this? Curious about this one.
Read those docs, baby.
Huh?
Read those docs. They'll tell you. They'll tell you exactly what it does.
No, I know. It's like, so here. Just another. So okay. So this is the Frame Fantasy FPS Booster Optimizer. I went digging through the CVAR dump that the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Fix mod has and worked through them, searching for ways to improve performance, finding a balance to get the game playable on my iGPU, and then in parentheses 780M. I see an 8 to 10 FPS boost, which gets it over the hump to be playable. Okay.
This reminds me of the days of like trying to get Oblivion to run on my piece of shit Dell.
Tell me about it. Okay, here's this. So then we have the Unreal Rezen for Rebirth. This is a patch version for Unreal Zen. Oh, so hang on, let me see what this one was.
What's
this
Unreal Zen?
This is from Git. Apparently, it's a link to GitHub.
Yeah, well, I imagine most of these are to GitHub.
This is not what I did. I know that for a fact, just based on what I'm looking at.
I would be very surprised if they're not hosting the files you got on GitHub.
What I'm simply saying is that when I clicked on the link and it took me to GitHub, because usually they show like pictures of what it's going to look like, you know, like what you should be looking for and everything, and it wasn't anything what I personally did for the one I installed. That's all I'm simply saying. Okay, so changes for the official build. Fix a bug where missing files were ignored. The mount point option not working. The Unreal Rezen now replaces the first byte of .ucas with 0. Add support for TUW, a general purpose GUI wrapper. Added an option, game direct top only, to disable recursive search for the game directory. Added a progress bar. Binaries were built on GitHub hosted servers.
They're straight up replacing like linked files and stuff. They're adding recursion. Like, what is this shit? Is it that bad that people are rewriting the programming for it?
I don't know. I almost, the one I will say, I do wonder if some of these mods, they're trying to bring stuff over from the remake version of this game. The remake of just Final Fantasy VII Remake PC, which was a pretty bad PC port. You needed a lot of mods to make that game work like decently, I guess. So I'm wondering if people are simply trying to bring that stuff over when in reality it actually might be hurting it a bit. Let me close that. Oh, it says all 1,387 files successfully validated.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So again, it's actually, this is completely, I doubt this is going to work. I doubt it's going to work, but I want to see if this is going to work or not. So what I'm going to do is we have OBS open up already, but I am going to remove the game there. And we're going to do a display capture. I doubt it changes anything. I simply want to see. Let's just see. So. You never know sometimes, right?
Well, I mean, technically speaking, you're in uncharted waters, but
Yeah, I know. Technically, I am. Yes. Okay. So it's gonna be standing still. I'm not even gonna be moving or anything. Let's bring up thing. It's at 90 right now. 11 milliseconds. Oh, it's already starting to jump up. I can tell. 90 FPS. Okay, so it's where I'd expect it to be right now, but the milliseconds a little but okay. Then let's full screen correct it. Still at 100. I'm still hitting 100 FPS. Seems to be working fine.
don't jinx it.
Seriously. We're in the 70s now, unfortunately. And the millisecond stuff is still... Oh, for a second it was at 5 FPS. Yeah, there is something about this game and OBS. It does not, they don't like each other, at least with the mods in. They don't like them. They don't like each other at all.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
Because again, the moment I close OBS on the PC, everything works fine. Nothing bad about it. So
Kinda sus.
it is. No, it definitely is. It 100% is. So I don't know. And who knows? Maybe it's also that I need to I don't know. Maybe it has to. No, it should be.
Time for that 5090.
Yeah, you got $2,000 to give, or no, I like $5,000 to give me.
Jeez,
did you see those stories already?
No.
Oh, here. What I'm gonna do is we'll play some finals since this is not working out how I wanted it to.
Yay, that's way cooler.
Yeah, so there's the whole story about the 5090 and just this is the 50 series in general, how they are not they're completely like out of stock essentially, and they clearly did not make enough. And of course you got everyone's on people on one side saying, they did this on purpose to drive prices up and all that kind of stuff. You have the other side saying like, well, everything uses nanometer chips and all this stuff now and semiconductors. So it's just like, kind of expected, but...
Well, it's only get worse with those tariffs.
Oh, I know. It is going to effing suck.
Oh no, Best Buy is sold out.
For what?
The 5090. Wow.
How much?
So, I mean, it's $2,000, but it's like $2,000 for only 32 gigs of VRAM. 5080 has less than my fucking god tier AMD card that works amazingly when it doesn't crash.
All right, let the game load up here.
It's gonna take me a hot minute. I got a feeling I'm gonna be rendering some oh fuck. Why can't I use my words now? The shaders, there we go. I keep wanting to say slenders for some reason.
All right, I'm gonna get some water real quick.
Slenderman.
I'll be right back.
Okie dokes.
Alrighty. Are you in the game, I'm assuming?
You're
Right now, I just need to...
except.
Funny enough, the finals has not been doing it.
You're gonna faint off what?
Funny enough, the finals has not been working with OBS the greatest.
Ha ha ha! You jinxed it.
Well, again, it's the exact same thing I was literally talking about, where I use either the game source or display source on OBS. Display works perfectly fine, but lately if I use it just like you have to capture the game itself, like it shows up, but it won't capture it for some really strange reason.
We see saying it shows up, but it won't capture. It won't write to disk.
No. So let me explain. So in OBS, when you create the game source, okay, right, and then so you go in and you have an option. You either say simply capture the full screen application, capture a specific window, or capture a foreground window with hotkey, which I just ignore.
Yep,
right.
I got it. Yep.
All games I use capture that specific window. Okay, that's all it's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you have to select the window. And so it brings up every file that you have open currently, right?
Yeah.
So for me, Go XLR, the Steam web helper, and of course, the finals, right?
Yeah.
So I click on it, it shows it, and generally with every other game, it will pop up. Even Final Fantasy was doing it just fine, right? But the finals does not. Some strange reason.
So it does not show up on the list of things.
No. It shows. So the window, the particular window program that I'm trying to capture, that shows up, and I can select it. It does not show up on OBS saying, "Hey, is this what you're looking for?" Essentially.
Actually, it's called the finals. Okay.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
I was thinking it was just because when a certain game called Marvel Rivals crashes, it's not called Marvel Rivals, it's called Epic. Because the engine itself crashed, not the game. So it's like, yeah, Epic crashed. I'm like, Epic crashed? No, the game crashed. Processes, man. Holy shit, they have a Sasquatch skin now?
Oh yeah, they've had that in there for a while.
That's a lot of money. 2,000 cents? You know what's interesting is, like with streaming as a whole being such a big goddamn deal these days, you think there would have been someone swooping in trying to make money off, effectively replacing OBS, and yet I feel like no one's really tried that.
The only one I know, I mean, I don't know if it's technically trying to get rid of them or anything, but they have, you obviously have the Slobs, the Stream Labs copy and paste version of it.
Well, so that's probably that's a fork of OBS. They just rip off OBS and they add their own shit to it.
Oh, you're talking about a completely like new.
I'm talking like fucking Corsair coming in here, like RGB streamer gamer mode thing, because Corsair likes to keep making random shit that's not power supply. Which, yeah, I bitch and moan. Pretty much, they have a stranglehold on my computer. They make my case, they make my power supply, they make my fans. Well, my CPU fan. I have Noctuas for the rest of them.
But say fans, you can get almost. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Well, no, I was fancy. I paid extra for my fans. I got Noctuas. They look ugly.
I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, to be fair on Corsair, their stuff is pretty good. I've never had any problems with it. Let's see. Yeah, cases from Corsair.
And RAM. RAM's Corsair.
RAM is Corsair. RAM and case are Corsair. The power supply is Corsair. And I guess the water. I guess my water cooler is also Corsair.
Oh, what is this? This is a new map. I don't think I played on yet.
I didn't see where we are. No, Kyoto. It says Kyoto. We played at Kyoto before.
Yeah, but in the snow?
Oh, in the snow? No, we have not played.
Oh man, I like this teammate guy with that cool hat and the shore mask.
There you go. Yeah, the GPU is EVGA, the CPU is Intel from when they were good.
You better treasure the EVGA GPU because you're never getting none of those.
I know, right? No. It's gonna be one of those things where even when it's officially just gone, you know, like it's not even working anymore, I'm still gonna hold on to it. Just be like, look at it, people, look at it.
Start buying stickers and slapping my new GPUs.
Yeah, exactly.
No, guys, it's a brand new EVGA.
I'm gonna think my SSDs are not Corsair, so yeah, it's funny, like in reality there's not many parts to a PC, right? Unless you go really over the crazy top like customization stuff. But yeah, the PC, power supply, the RAM, and the case are all Corsair, and then I personally am using an AIO water cooler, so
I feel like a majority of people are.
yeah.
But you know what the cool kids do?
What?
These Cooler Master 212s. I don't have Cooler Master. I have Corsair also.
I'm about to say, yeah, I remember you used to have that.
Yeah, I used to have my Cooler Master 212. That was on my first gaming computer because it was my first gaming computer. It was on the AMD Phenom card CPU, and the actual fan died on it. So it was just the stock one that came with it.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? You Axel, son of a bitch. Oh man, there's two of them. It died, so I got that Cooler Master 212. Man, that thing was the best. The problem is the rest computer was not the best and all kind of got too old to use anymore.
Got my head bashed in by a guitar. This is the end days for me.
It's pretty metal though. To your head bashed in with the guitar. Like that would definitely be on Watch Mojo top 10 ways to die in a metal way.
Head bashed in by a guitar.
Yeah, it's pretty metal. Pretty rock and roll.
Question for you I wanted to ask actually. Have you ever reinstalled Windows completely?
Yeah, I would do that over just about anything else. I used to always reinstall fresh Windows instances.
I guess my question is, when was the last time you did it?
Well, reinstall or install?
Reinstall. Like you had it on your PC obviously, and then you decided to reinstall it.
Well, it'd be the same as installing. You just blow the partition away and reinstall. It's the same as installing. So I guess. But my question would be then. What specifically? Because installing Windows is the same as if it's a reinstall versus install.
Right, but didn't you need to like download a bunch of stuff onto like a thumb drive to keep files particularly? Otherwise, you lose them all.
Oh no! I'm all about blowing everything away. I'll lose everything. Fuck it. Everything lives on external drives.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying though. Anything important or anything that you need, you put onto external.
Yeah. Nothing's on it. If this computer blew up today, I would not be out anything.
You wouldn't lose anything, right?
No.
Yeah, that's what
everything's backed up elsewhere. Either my NAS drive, which is running some computer, so if it blew up, it blew the NAS drive up too, or it's backed up on
an external
Google Drive or something. So your question is not how to reinstall Windows; it's how to reinstall Windows without losing shit.
Right. Yeah. Essentially.
So yeah, so the only thing you can do is either back shit up and reinstall fresh, which I love a fresh instance of Windows. Let me tell you, it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Or you do that whole thing they've been doing since I think 8, maybe just start with 10. But they have like that refresh thing where it's like it'll roll it back all the way to base. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, it's capable of keeping stuff. I don't know how that works out, but. Yeah, I would say just back your ship and reinstall Windows.
So don't use the Windows thing. Actually reinstall the entire thing. Essentially, is what you're.
I would say so. I mean, there's nothing better than a fresh install Windows. It just feels so fast.
All right.
So nice.
I might ask you to send me a link on the best way to do that because there's so many different ways to do it. It seems like.
To back shit up.
No. Well, not really the back. Well, I guess I need you to send two things in. One, what exactly should I look at backing up? Like, I'm not talking about game files and everything. I'm talking about like, is there anything in particular that you would recommend that I have backed up that's important? Obviously, besides, personal documents and everything.
That's all. That's the only thing you need to worry. Everything else is replaceable.
Okay. So then my second question is then how would you recommend actually reinstalling it? Because I've looked up a few different ways, and I'm just like, it seems like
same way you install it.
Right,
So
which is
what
simply
you do
put it onto a thumb drive, and then you put that into your motherboard, and then that's all you did.
You plug it in, then you go to the BIOS, and you tell it to boot off.
To boot off of the thumb drive, not your normal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's going to ask you where do you want to install to you, and you see you want it. You'll
install it to your M.2 drive essentially.
Well, no, it's gonna show you the partitions that are currently on your drive. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to format those partitions or blow them up altogether, and then reinstall Windows on those.
Wait. What do you?
That's
Okay,
really
hang on. So you've lost me on one step then. What do you mean
All right.
blow up my hard? Okay, so I know formatting drives and everything. Like I've done that before. But
all right, so when you first install Windows, you probably told it to format your M2 drive, right? It's
Yes.
just it'll make a partition there.
Yes.
And it'll just say you told it to take the whole drive, right?
Yes.
So what Windows has been doing since I think probably 7, maybe 10 again. It's a newer thing. It wasn't like this back like in XP days. What Windows will do is they'll make like 4 partitions on your drive, and partition is just a logical separation of drives. You can make as many partitions as you want on a physical drive, so you have logical drives on a physical drive.
Right.
They're just partitions of the drive. Lack of a better phrase, hence the name. I cracked myself up. Dumb joke. So what's going to happen is when you load Windows, it's going to ask you where do you want to install to, and it's going to show you the full file system of the drive you're telling it to look at. And you're going to have 5 things there. So what you're going to do is you want to blow away all those partitions. It's just delete partition. And it's going to have a bunch of unformatted. It's going to be turned into an unformatted drive. You format it and then start the install there. And what that's doing is it's effectively blowing away the file table. This is a call out for all the tinfoil hat wearers. This does not delete anything. Nothing. Whenever you delete a file on a computer, it does not delete. It deletes off the file allocation table. It's still on the drive. So whenever it's like, oh yeah, the government can still get your shit, they can. That's why they always recommend whenever you give away a computer, take the drive out and break it.
Right. Yeah, you break it essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's effectively what you need to do. It's pretty streamlined these days, so it shouldn't be too hard. And the cool thing is, since you backed up all your important stuff, even if you flub the install, you can just reinstall it. It's real.
Flood the install? What do you mean by
flub?
Oh,
As you
flub.
break it,
Oh, okay.
you don't do it right. You just reinstall it. It's not a because if you had stuff and you're trying to not ruin sections of your drive, you have partitions you don't want to ruin, then you might accidentally screw it up. But if you don't care, just reinstall it.
All right, because I'm debating if I want to do. Well, because I probably definitely should just do a fresh Windows install on my gaming PC, which there's not too much stuff on here. I need to just double check I backed up, but my streaming PC with all my OBS customizable stuff I've made over the years, I definitely need to back up literally everything onto external for that.
So in my mind, the best way to handle your computer is pretend that if it blew up the next day, it won't ruin your week. Right? Because hard drives break all the time.
Yep.
Solid state drives break all the time. So you should always be backing your shit up. And these days, everything's in the fucking cloud, whether you want it to be or not. So it's not that big of a deal anymore. But yeah, back up your tax docs, back up any passwords, anything you need. I would say media files, but these days everyone's like me and just uses Spotify or Apple Music.
Actually, I just realized one thing I need to make sure I can somehow find is the the key for Windows 10. I don't know if I have that anymore.
So are you logged into Microsoft on your computer?
I had to double check if I am.
Yeah, do that because you don't have to use that anymore. That's just tied to your account at that point. And so then when you install Windows, you just log into your account.
Got it. Okay. And it should all be good there then, essentially.
Yep. That is, if you want to stick with Windows, you can be a maverick and go to Linux. Wouldn't recommend it just yet.
Do they just have nothing but heavies on? Oh, well, we had someone leave our team. They have 3 heavies on their team. Damn.
But is their hair as good as mine?
I can't tell y'all. They're all wearing masks. So
They're scared to show the world of their hair.
maybe they don't use Head and Shoulders, though. That could be the thing.
They're a suave team. Oh, man. I can't remember the last time I installed.
Installed what?
Eliminated. Installed Windows.
Oh.
Hack are useless.
I mean, Lemon is useless.
Oh, I didn't realize that was our name.
I did have the most deaths. You played the objective the most, though.
I try.
Well, it's our warm-up match, so what can you expect?
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, you should have told me. Jesus, how do I cancel this?
Can't you hit a little X
Cancel.
on it?
I canceled. I canceled. Just go already.
Sorry.
Alrighty, I've probably done it long enough. By the time he gets in here, folks, join us, no problem.
All right, I are back.
Called it. All right. I had already started the trying to find a match, so that's perfect. Let me
My
25
man.
seconds. This isn't Mario Kart, so you know we get a little bit of breathing room.
Thank Christ.
Mario Kart 9, now with only 5 seconds between matches.
The magic of technology, they don't have to wait anymore between races. It's just nonstop.
Just nonstop. Oh god. They don't even ask you if you want to continue or play the next match. Just simply, nope, you're playing the next match. It's like,
One does not simply leave a Mario Kart 9 lobby. Yeah, I'm so ready for it. I cannot wait until Mario Kart 9.
well, yeah, it's either Mario Kart 9 or 10, but regardless, I'm definitely excited for it. It's actual.
My body is ready.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's gonna be what, 16 new maps at least guaranteed, and then 16 ones picked from different games, which, funny enough, was probably already in 8. So
Works for this guy.
I've never had it. Power Shift, usually we find a match pretty fast. It's taking for a while.
Seems all the kids all went to Marvel Rivals.
It could have. I mean, personally, for me, I prefer the finals of Rivals.
Rivals is fun with a bunch of people.
Yeah, but if you're by yourself, I personally don't find it.
Oh yeah, it's super. Well, I really like online games in general by myself.
No, I definitely agree with that. I absolutely.
Power Shift. So here's something funny. So me being me, I love going on Metacritic whenever a game comes out. I absolutely do. That's like my thing. Whenever I see reviews start coming out, I see, all right, time to go to Metacritic. Let's see what we're going with here. And I kept seeing a company or a review outlet called God is a Geek. So I just thought it was just a standard old review website, right? Just nothing special, just a video game reviewing site. Didn't really think much about it. And then this week, I'm reading all about this God is a Geek website, and I guess they actually were genuine, like religiously affiliated. And their head dude was an ordained priest. I think he was Catholic. And he got excommunicated or kicked out of the priesthood when he did a Nazi salute to emulate Elon Musk.
Oh God!
And now all of God is a Geek, I guess, is quit.
That's honestly hilarious.
I'm like, wow, I didn't. And my whole thing was, I didn't know they're religious. Like my whole week was like, yeah, wow. I just thought they just really thought God was a geeky fella. I just thought it was a funny name. So I just saw that pop up on VGC and it cracked me up. That'd be a fun story to share.
Oh crap, reload. No, I lost him. Damn it. Yeah, oh.
It's been a hot minute since the king is just about home now. Will they be able to keep it?
A steady stream of progress for the
Well, I'm dealing with like half their team. They're all just coming after me. Oh, I got that kill. Oh, I got a double kill. What's going on, folks? Ah, triple's not gonna be possible. No way. Oh, maybe.
Twitter. On fire and shit's blowing up around me, but I'm not taking damage. That's good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I missed them.
Grateful. I'm going up there.
I'm honestly surprised that guy ran away and let me get my teammate back up, but... Oh my God, my aim is terrible! Ugh. Don't get up there. Oh God! Jesus, dude, your knifing skills are abysmal. You can't kill me in the first one. That's pretty bad.
Hey man.
I hope you're
talk
getting
shit,
I
get
hope you're
hit.
getting the point like to where it needs to go, because
No, it's stuck in the middle because no one can get to it right now.
oh, can no one get there? Who the heck is
No.
reviving me?
A very kind soul. That's who.
I'm honestly surprised they were able to get me.
Oh Jesus! Oh fucking hell!
Oh, did
What's
someone
with
get
this
hurt?
team? They just don't want to move it. I feel like we've done all the moving and they just take pot shots at us. Like they're not actually trying to take the point at all. That platform is theirs.
Damn it. SMG probably? Yeah. SMG pistol thing. That was gonna do it.
Moving, follow me.
The sword guy on our team is literally just picking up everything and throwing it at random things. Hey,
I like his style.
you like his style? Okay.
Yeah. He's a styling
Well,
guy.
you guys are getting the platform moved, so I mean...
The kingfish have the platform on the hook and refuse.
Oh, did we team wipe them? Is that why it's actually going well right now?
Whoa. Poor guy, like no health left.
Ooh, that guy got obliterated.
Enemy over there.
It's kind of hard to watch, honestly.
What happened?
What the fuck? No, just how bad that guy got messed up.
Big guy coming towards the platform, but he's like half health.
He just went off the edge, I think.
Yeah, I clipped that. That's honestly
Good.
pretty funny. I just clipped that.
I should watch you go fly. I'm like, I don't think he landed well.
He didn't. I was just like, is that guy gonna make it? I'm like, nope. Okay, he's not. Like I'm trying to be a good teammate. I'm like, okay, you know what? He killed me, but I took down half his health. He's coming your guys' way, so just get ready, right? And then all of a sudden, he just jumps into a pit.
Right over the platform.
Got most of that person's health. Ah, big guy! No! Oh, well, he went through that thing. Okay. Gonna get on the platform. Oh, I hit him with a grenade, so. Yeah, guys, I was totally carrying it the entire way. I just jumped on it the last second.
Wow.
Obliterated that team.
It was my hair.
It totally was your hair, yes.
It was all thanks to my hair.
My long, luscious hair.
I'm not compensating for anything.
All right, let's go again. Let's do a few more matches, and then let's talk about the big shake-up news stuff that we talked about beforehand.
Which one?
CEOs and all that stuff.
No, I'm just like, there's just so many shakeups. It's been a very eventful week, both in games and out of games.
I don't know much about out-of-game ones.
How could you not?
Oh, what companies?
No, I'm saying just news in general. It's just
Oh. I mean, I heard about a few
been,
things over in the States, but honestly, it's just so tiring to listen to your news over there half the
it's
time.
been a fucking rip roaring good time. That's what it's been. Just remember that game Beyond, was it Beyond Two Souls? The Quantic Dreams game? With the, at the time, Ellen Page, now Elliot Page. I guess they're gonna make a TV show about it.
Did not know
That's
that.
interesting. And that game came out what? PS3? PS4?
PS3, if I remember correctly.
Well, Heavy Rain was for sure his PS3, but I
That was
can't
a PS3
remember,
game. Yeah, I remember that.
Beyond Two Souls, though, I don't remember because I never played it.
I never played that myself, but
Like, I know everyone played Heavy Rain when that came out, but not for some reason. No one really played Beyond.
funny enough, I played Beyond
Souls.
Rain or Heavy Rain for like 10 minutes and got bored.
Bro, what? Jason! Jason! God, you're missing out. That game was ridiculous. I loved it.
Oh, we'll probably never see another game like that. So, especially from PlayStation.
Well, I mean, Quantic Dreams themselves, probably not. Oh, what the fuck? No, because I think that studio in general kind of imploded on itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. And like, they're not around anymore.
I mean, at this point, there's been so many visual novels kind of breaking into the quote-unquote mainstream. I mean, you really don't even need it. I mean, you have
Someone really
walking
effed this
simulators
church up.
now. Just like God intended. It's too gaudy for him. See what I did there? It's too gaudy. I thought it was fun.
Now the Kingfish are navigating towards success.
Oh, I got a kill. Okay. Yeah, just throw gas and fire on there, and that'll get him out. Oh crap!
I put my turret on the roof, so now she's gonna pepper them the whole time.
Good. That should be working.
Oh fuck!
Oh, I got that guy.
There's another guy with a knife on.
Oh shit! You're right.
You just
got
can't
him.
see him.
Ah, fire!
Okay.
I got team killed.
I saw it eliminate
I got
Talon
team
Lee, I'm
killed. What the f, bro?
Wait,
Come
what?
on.
Like, wait, what? I think why am I seeing the kill cam for the enemies? What's going on? And you see a team like, wait, that was our teammate.
Guys behind us, technically.
That's unfortunate. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That was funny.
Oh, you enjoyed it, didn't you?
I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but I did find it funny that my epiphany was like, wait, that's our teammate killing my teammate. That's team killing.
God, you think you know somebody, don't you?
You'd think. And come on, you guys, stop shoot my turret. It has feelings too. The fact that enemy team has not played Portal 2, they don't understand that my turret has feelings.
I haven't played Portal 2 in a long time. That was a fun game.
It was great. Also came out like 10 plus years ago. And because gaming can't count to 3, we're never gonna see another one.
Jeez, their entire team is up here. My God. Yeah, I handle 3 guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that kill steal for me.
I always enjoy your kill still.
No. You stole the kill from me because I weakened him so much, and then you just got the kill.
Oh, no. Talon, you were dead. It's not kill stealing if you died.
No, you stole it from me.
You were dead. I can't steal a kill from a dead guy. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
we really need to stop them,
Andale.
guys? Like, they're really close to winning.
So this is what the enemy team felt like.
Off the point, people. M, are you going to throw grenades down there or shoot or anything?
Oops, that's off the thing.
Well, that guy just deagled me from across the roof.
Oh shit! What the hell?
Yeah, that same guy just got me. The double deagles.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of looks like the Spider-Man Noir with a hat.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Crap, if we don't stop it, guys, they're gonna win.
Where have I heard that before?
Got you. Crap.
Get back
Holy
here, Nick
crap.
Cage.
Holy crap. Did we team wipe them? Please tell me we team wiped them. How?
That would be funny,
How
wouldn't
did we... Dude, they're like inches from victory. Please tell me you at least set up one turret. Okay.
Oh, I set up 2.
Well, no, you set up one turret and then you have the thing that like blocks explosives.
That's a turret, in theory.
Behind us, behind us, behind us. Got the flamethrower coming up. Guys, team shoot him. There we go. Okay.
Guy in front of us.
Where? I got you on heels.
I can't see
oh, on the
him,
roof.
but
No, not on the roof. Where is he? Oh, Deagle guy right here. Deagle guy. There we go.
How much more right here could have been behind me? Sorry, guy.
Yeah. Oh, I think I ran into his sword trying to slide past him.
You see, he didn't kill you. His sword just kind of happened to go through you. That's all.
Yep,
You ran
that's exactly
into it.
what happened. Teammate, don't die. Oh god, okay. They almost team wiped us. Like, the last thing we need is 25 seconds of them
if
not.
You ran into the knife.
On your tail. I'm going to revive. Hold on. Head to the platform. Sending a frag.
Don't get off on the platform just yet. Get all your grenades and stuff up there. I got a couple gas grenades up there. All right, reload, reload! Bombard the thing. Just bombard it.
I can't even see.
Please do not tell me you were up there.
No, I'm trying to get up there.
Okay. Oh god, gas grenade. Okay. There we go. One more guy down here. Crap, he ran into the building. Hang on.
Why do people keep putting these goddamn jump pads right
There we
in
go.
front of me?
Aim for a guy. He's dead.
You guys stop throwing fire on here when I'm on here. It really hurts.
Getting rid of these effing jump pads on here. I got you on heels.
Yeah, it's bullshit, right?
I understand why people do it, but people need to do it at the correct position. They need to be putting them on the corner here so that when people try to get up here, then they just bounce right off. The F is hitting us right now.
I get so many hit indicators. I'm not even sure what's firing at. Look at-
Holy
okay.
crap, I took that. I took an RPG to the face.
Is it Call of Duty RPG time?
It might be.
Oh,
No, they team wiped us.
Okay.
Damn it. Well, I blame our teammate's silence. So.
we can get back.
Yeah, but then we've got to basically keep it until we get past the church, which is quite a distance away. So
Don't worry about it. We got it.
you say that.
We have the power of God and anime on our side. Be fine.
Why do we have the power of anime on our side?
You never heard that? You never seen that GIF or that meme?
No, I've
Where's
seen
this
it,
kid?
but just not for this particular situation.
I got the power of God and anime on my side. Don't fuck with me. Oh, of course I ran out of fucking ammo. I swear to Christ, I'm perpetually reloading this AK.
That you are.
Don't worry, NSA agent, listen to me. It's in a video game, don't worry.
Teammates, like, the one guy's firing at me and there's 3 of you on that effing platform. How are you not taking this guy down yet? Oh, God. Teammates, are you that bad? Oh, my gosh.
What's funny is the enemy kept jumping on the platform. I'm on the platform too, and they all ignored me. They're like, we need to kill the people on the roof before this guy. And that's offensive.
Well, if you actually had some skill, then maybe you could have shot him.
I think I was doing a pretty bang up job with my perpetually not loaded rifle. I think I did pretty well.
All right, why don't we do one more and then we'll do a discussion.
Okay, dokes. It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad? Man, I love old school internet. YouTube was the best in the early 2010s, and I refuse to acknowledge anyone who says otherwise.
Remember you. 2010s.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad? So the crappy thing is I can bring up like people like Filthy Frank and stuff and no one's gonna know who that is anymore. Or back when Content Cop was a thing. Oh. Yeah. Early YouTube really wasn't PC. But damn, was it funny. Oh, new set in Pokemon TCG Pocket. You been pulling some packs? You got some rare cards there, Talon?
I don't even play it.
So, technically speaking, I paid $10 into a pack, so because I forgot to turn off the premium thing, because they had a free trial for a couple weeks and I just forgot about it.
Oh.
But it's just really fun cracking packs, man.
That was like the old days of just opening up booster packs and then never actually playing the game.
Yeah, actually, it's just like that now, because I just kind of gave up trying to play the game because like the meta deck's just not fun to play against. It's a filthy casual. Like if I'm gonna play card games, I'll just stick to Magic.
Do you still play Magic on?
Oh, all the fuck, not Magic Arena. I play cards, up to paper Magic, real life Magic. Technically, I played paper Magic, but I played online. So there's a thing called Spell Table, which is, they used to be free. I mean, it used to be free. It's still free. It used to be this own thing, but then Hasbro bought it, so that's an official Magic thing.
Oh, God.
But effectively, what you do is you aim a webcam down your table, and you play Magic with people online. So like paper Magic. And so that's what I do. Every Tuesday, I play Commander, and I just bought a fuck ton of cards. First in a couple new decks. Don't ask me after I paid.
A lot of money would be my guess.
A lot. Oh man, Magic's fun. I love Magic. I like Magic as a casual though. It's more of just a thing like playing poker kind of thing. It's half the fun just BSing with people.
I mean, yeah, I played a shit ton of Magic up until a junior year of high school, I think. That was the last time I really played it.
Dude, it's even crazier now.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh and everything like that. Like if you look at Yu-Gi-Oh now compared to what it used to be, like
Well, it's not that crazy. Like it's still the same. Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when we played it is not the same game as what's out now. I refuse to acknowledge that.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that.
No, it's just crazy just how much power creep there's been. Just how much stronger everything is now. But no, like everyone plays Commander, which is I ever told you about this? So the format you play now in Magic, the most popular one at least, called Commander. Which effectively it's a 100-card deck. It's all singleton, so you only get one instance of every card except for land cards, basic land cards. And you have a card called your Commander, which is you always effectively have it in hand. You can play it at any time, and it's a blast. That's why I play it. It's a lot of fun. When you're stateside, we can play some Commander. It's a blast.
The only thing I'm again, it's been a long time since I've actually played Magic, but I don't even think this like technically was the last deck I ever really used, but my most fondest memory of it was having this like really powerful Slither deck that I had.
Fuck those guys. Wait, slivers.
Slivers, yeah.
Oh, fuck slivers. Get bent down, you asshole.
Dude, okay, do my credit.
Bent. I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna disown your ass. You have a fucking sliver deck.
I had a Slither deck back in what was I, an 8th grader? It was the first year that I met you.
Slivers came out. That's when slivers fucking came out. Dude, they're just as knucking futz now in Commander.
I bet they are. I absolutely guarantee. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Because there's so many slivers, and there's commanders that play around slivers, and they're obnoxious. I hate playing sliver decks. Because they just get stronger every fucking turn. So I have to just hold up removal the whole goddamn game. And they go butthurt when you kill their good slivers too. It's like, oh, why'd you kill my good sliver? Yeah. Fuck you. I hate sliver decks. I cannot get on this fucking platform.
Did anyone get this guy
happened. I love how this happened though. It's like, oh yeah, the platform is in the middle of this precarious pit. You can't get to it. There we go.
The shock and awe capture control and are making a beeline for their base.
Oops. Where is everyone? Oh,
I'm trying to take care of all these snipers that are on these houses, so that's the only reason I'm not there, and I've taken out 3 of them so far.
Snipers, no sniping.
Seriously.
Oh, I got snipped. I asked them kindly to stop snipping, and they obviously did not listen to me.
They didn't listen to you at all, did they?
I just can't believe you have a goddamn sliver deck talent. I'm still
Dude, it was back when it first came out. What do you expect?
I was not expecting that out of you, all.
I'm trying to remember. The deck after Slither, I think, that I used was... I think...
Swear to God, if you say mono blue counter...
Oh, no. It was like a... it was like a Dragon Angel deck I used or something like that. Like, it was...
Okay, that's a Timmy deck. I can get behind that. I love me some Timmy decks.
Yeah.
Isn't that the big stompy things?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. And then I had a pretty powerful red and green deck, if I remember correctly.
Oh, a Gruul deck. Gruul's fun. That's a.
I don't know if it was actually called that, but it was like a
No.
It mostly focused was like beast type characters or creatures, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, red and green's Gruul.
Yeah.
So probably after you played, so they like tribes in Magic now. It's like 2 colors, they have their own names. 3 colors have their own names. I think that's it. After that, like 4 color, they tried doing that and never really won it anywhere. But yeah, red green Gruul is pretty solid.
I had a pretty good blue and white deck, if I remember correctly, one time.
I'm trying to know what blue and white is. It's
Again, like if I remember, like white was Angel, if I remember correctly.
well, I mean they have color. Like yeah, white's generally always Angel. There's a couple of like Boros, like red, white Angels and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Oh, no, I had a friend who had a really powerful Angel, just an Angel deck, like all multicolor, like that's some pretty crazy stuff.
Angel's pretty strong. So yeah, I mean with Commander though, like you pretty much build decks like that though. It's like an Angel deck, and you have like a Commander that buffs Angel, like Giada decks and stuff.
control and are moving back to
So I guess, yeah, it hasn't changed as much as I'm claiming, I guess, because Sliver's still stupid strong. Angel decks
I'm
are really
surprised half the deck
strong.
hasn't been banned.
Well, there's even more oppressive decks. Like there's stacks decks, which effectively just stops you from playing the game. Like see, there's also competitive commander, which is really crazy. Well, and the funny thing is now, like commander's all about cheating out cards and stuff. Because there's an angel demons deck.
Oh
Where
shit.
you can cheat out cards by, like the third turn. You start cheating out cards for free.
Hey, are you on the platform by the way, real quick? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go chase down this guy coming up onto the platform with you. He's a bow and arrow guy. I'm gonna go take care of this sniper real quick. This guy's pissing me off over here.
edge of my seat here. This game is intense.
I'm right there with you, Scotty.
Sniper
Our
go.
contestants have really brought their A game today. We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
Snippers, no snipping.
I'm up on one of the roofs where the snipers are coming, so oh, where are you getting hit from?
I don't know. Well,
Oh,
they're shooting.
no,
like,
they're chucking grenades at you.
oh, that's right. They're just attacking my little grenade thing for some reason.
Losing team managed to topple the shock and awe from the platform.
Bow and arrow guy on shit. Wait, no, what killed me? Oh, someone's pyro grenade killed me. Okay, so on that building where you're on, or where the platform is right now, bow and arrow guy above you, just so you know. Holy crap, you got me?
Live.
Guy on the platform with us. Good job.
Oh,
One more bow and arrow guy.
What? Yeah, bow and arrow guy on the roof, like you said.
Yeah,
Still
okay.
there.
Someone got him.
I think Bella killed him. Yeah.
Ow.
Thank you kindly.
I'm gonna get the sniper guy real quick. Stay on the platform.
Those rat bastards killed my turret again.
Well, get a new one.
I have to wait. It's slow.
Enemy spot!
Wow.
We got some damage into that guy. There we go. Someone else got him. Awesome. Guy on the roof of the building that you guys are going into. Just be careful.
Yep, I see him. Oh no, there's also a guy on the hill on the opposite side.
Oh yeah, he got me. I tried to come in to get the turret that was shooting you guys. That bow and arrow guy, man.
They have the high ground. Don't try it.
Feeling the pressure more than our contestants.
That did not go the way I wanted it to, but okay.
Two, one.
It just goes straight to overtime. It just goes straight to overtime. That's all it is.
Winners!
An incredible match concludes with the shock and awe as the victors. And with that, we'll see you next time.
Go team!
I mean, we were doing pretty well. It's just having to take care of their effing snipers.
My god, yeah, I played the fucking objective. What are you guys all doing? Look at that. That's crazy.
That's some good points right there for you.
That's kind of nuts is what that is. Oh boy. The meters went up.
No way. Never would have expected that. Okay, let's get everything set up for the session because I want some raw emotional opinions from you. Alrighty.
I will get shit set up. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. There were 100 hours in this game. Okay. Noted.
I'm back.
All right, cool. Actually, not much to in terms of the articles.
Dude,
What?
this is kind of a crazy article. The last Assassin's Creed games are reportedly getting Saudi-funded DLC this year. Ubisoft's last Assassin's Creed title will receive DLC after Shadows is released.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Mirage is getting DLC after Shadows.
Yep. I heard about
Because
that.
the
Yeah.
Saudis want it.
I guess. Yep.
That's insane.
Well, it's weird
I'd like
because
to play Mirage.
Mirage is weird. It was supposed to be a DLC for Valhalla. I guess due to some story stuff. Like when you play the character, you realize at the end, oh, this is who this character is, I guess. So I don't know why it's getting DLC when it just simply ties right into what Valhalla was. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing other than floundering.
I mean, Shadows is gonna make or break for them. So
No, it's gonna be Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's gonna be the game for them.
oh god, that was announced what, back in 2008, if I remember correctly.
Forever and a goddamn day ago.
Yep.
$200 for the Doom Dark Ages Collector's Edition.
No, you want it.
A foot tall Doomslayer statue looks pretty badass.
Yeah, but it's not 18 inches.
Yeah, that is true.
It's only 12. It's only 12. So
You know, after 18 inches of Sephiroth, I'm not sure 12 is enough anymore.
but yeah, no, it's because you had 18 inches of Sephiroth, 18 inches of Venom, and then now
So
it's
it's
just
18
12
inches
inches. It's
then,
just
yeah.
12 inches of the Doom guy. Like, it doesn't hit as hard.
It feels lacking. It needs more length.
Oh, good.
Can't do anything.
Oh, what's this? It's clear the 5090s 5080 is a paper launch. Micro Center only had about 200 5090s in the entire US and only 4 at the store. Online US retailers sold out in seconds. We weren't able to get one. By comparison, we easily got 2 RTX 4090s at launch and could have had more. All right, noted. Yeah,
Well,
there's-
I mean, let's be honest. Most of Nvidia's
business.
they call it, I guess their line on the factories is devoted to the H100s, the AI chips.
Oh yeah, no, that's clearly been their push for the last
So-
2-3 years, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally AMD's war to win just based on the fact you can buy them, and they keep fucking around too. So it's just welcome to modern day PC gaming, where every GPU maker not named Intel is telling you to go fuck yourself, which is absurd to think about since Intel was always the opposite of that back in the day. So
Well, I mean, when they
Oh,
took that
man.
big hit, I'm assuming they're probably trying to get back into the good graces right now.
oh
so-
yeah, Intel is on dire straits.
Oh yeah.
Their market cap is trashola.
I will say, and I've said this for a while now, if their GPUs can continue to improve, but I know a lot of their issues are also with their driver stuff. Hopefully that can work out for them. Like, I'm hoping, but it's like copium hope. So AMD, from what I've been seeing, they were going to launch their new I gotta try to remember their naming now, 970 and 970X. I believe those are the two new GPUs that they have coming out. They were going to launch their 97X apparently, and before they stopped it. Like, this was like what they originally were going to release it at, but then they pulled everything back because those cards are not releasing until March now. They were going to release it for $1,000. So, but then when Nvidia had their actual decent pricing, again, just looking at pricing, they apparently delayed it. And then there's also some issues, I guess, with FSR 4, I believe they're on. Yeah, 4. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen there.
Well, I mean, the 7900 XTX, the one I have, was $1,000 when I bought it.
Right, but I think it's because from what I've understood, again, this is all just what you simply hear, not simply what actually is tested yet, because the cars aren't even out yet. The performance of that was apparently not that much great, because didn't AMD come out and say that they're not trying to fight Nvidia at those high-end cards, essentially?
How could they? Yeah.
Right. So because they're not doing that, they're gonna be focusing more on quote unquote high-end to medium-end cards, if I remember correctly. And apparently wherever this 9070 and 9070X are supposed to be, like $1,000 was like a big rip-off apparently, or something like that. So again, because the one thing we obviously don't know is we don't know where the 97 and 9070X are in relation to not only your generation of card, because you have currently the best AMD card out available right now, but also compared to what Nvidia has out. So obviously we don't know any of those, because doesn't matter if it's Nvidia, Intel, or AMD, never take their, charts or whatever that they post on their website and everything, because the moment you look at it, you're like, that doesn't seem right. And it also comes in the question of the, I don't know if you've been seeing it a lot, but there's a lot of charts and everything looking all the way back to the 970 from Nvidia all the way up till now, and how much of a performance increase we got per generation, and how much that particular card would then compare to 2 generations before it. And apparently the 50 series now is like the worst leap in performance compared to all other cards, apparently, or something like that. So
I can believe that.
I'm not shocked. I'm really not that shocked, because everyone, and this is literally every single card, they're all going hard into, their upscalers and the LSS and or FSR and all that stuff. So when, people want quote unquote raw performance, but then you also have games that are requiring like way more VRAM and everything like that, which AMD gives you, but their upscaler is not that great. Nvidia has a better upscaler, but they give you crap for the VRAM and everything, unless you, again, shell out a kidney and a half. So, so and part of it also has to come down to like what is in these games that's requiring these high crazy VRAM. Is it because
textures.
Everyone's going into ray tracing now? Is it because of something else?
Textures. High-res textures are very computationally expensive. They're just really big files.
Right.
You have to load it into RAM.
So, yeah, fun times, isn't it?
So I'm a console gamer. I'll deal with this shit. It either works or it doesn't.
I definitely play a lot of my games still on console. Yeah. So.
Yep. When I get home from the proverbial work, and by home I mean leave
your office to go downstairs. Yeah. I don't want to deal with computers. I just spent all day dealing with computers. I don't want to deal with that shit. I just want to turn my console on and go play some games. Literally describing Bobby when he was working at EA and everything.
No, he had it worse, because he spent his whole day playing games. He got home, he's like, fuck games. Video games are for kids. I'm tired of this shit. Time to crack a cold one and watch some television.
Oh, Bandai is I don't know if it's Bandai or FromSoft, but apparently they have those confirmations if you got into that open beta for the Elden Ring online game or whatever.
I saw a bunch of people, I got in, like, oh shit, I forgot to sign up for that.
I didn't sign up at all, yeah, but Bobby and Lethal got in, so
I saw that, yeah, no, that's cool. I don't know, I never really cared much for network tests and demos and stuff. I really just wait until the game comes out.
Well, apparently they're going to Monster Hunter. Yeah, Monster Hunter is about to have some big thing going off. Wait, it was shown off today or tomorrow? I can't remember. I think it's tomorrow. And then their next beta is rumored to be released and everything. So, all right. I got everything up. Because I'm always crazy scared that it's not going to work. I'm going to quickly check that it is actually recording. It shows on OBS it's recording. It shows that. So that's not bad, but I need to make sure that it's actually going. Okay, it is going. Good. Okay. Always gotta check, man. Always gotta check. Because there was that one time we recorded and then I looked at it and it was like, oh, you have like a minute of the end because of whatever I pressed. And I was just like, never again on that.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly. Anyone who's wanting to do content creation at all, always double, triple, quadruple check everything before you attempt to do anything. Because honestly, you have the worst things where it comes to things like, like you record an entire video. Oh, I forgot to hit the record button on OBS. Or I forgot to turn my camera on. Or, oh, my mic was muted. So never take things for chance. And the thing is, you're most likely going to make that mistake anyway. 5+ years of doing this. I don't do it as often anymore, but you still see the occasional story, whether it's on social media or your favorite streamer or recorder tells you, you're like, yeah, so I just recorded this, didn't hit the record button, or my mic was muted or something like that. And so this is my second time doing it. So if my voice or reactions or anything like that seem a little off today, that is why. So, all right. Anyway, editors, whoever grabs this, know what the deal is. So, all right. All right. All right, PlayStation, I see you. You're actually learning, or you just are really tired of losing money. I mean, I don't blame you because, I mean, with your last two CEOs, they were basically wasting millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, heck, I don't even think it's millions at this point. It's basically billions because you literally bought Bungie for over $3 billion. And yeah, I don't think that's turned a profit for you at all. If you guys know what we're talking about, well, just take a look at the screen right here. Sony Corp shakeup. Hiroki Totoki is named the corporate CEO, and Hideki, sorry, I mispronounced his name here. Editors obviously do your job and everything. Hideki Nishino is elevated to the solo CEO role of Sony Interactive Entertainment, aka PlayStation. Now, if you might have heard last year in 2024, there was actually a duo CEO like partnership essentially. We had Herman Hulst, who was more focused on like the software and the game side of things. And then you had Nishino here, who was more on the hardware side of things, which by the way, his background is on the hardware side of PlayStation and everything like that. Now though, not only is Nishino the head CEO, Herman Hulst got bumped back down to where he was before he got that co-sponsorship CEO role. And now you have the no shit Hiroki Totoki numbers guy here who he does not take shit at all. He just doesn't. He is a big numbers guy. It doesn't matter about the players. It doesn't matter about anything. If the numbers are not where they're supposed to be, he's coming for your ass. And it is clear, especially after he went back in and he like reevaluated PlayStation and everything. He pretty much laid into Bungie saying like the developers are good, but like all this extra fluff higher up people, yeah, we need to get the F rid of them essentially. I'm paraphrasing like no tomorrow there, but that is essentially what he was hinting at, especially when you look at the real translations, because there was some translation mix up at the very beginning. But then when people actually translated it, taking their time, it's like, oh, no. This was not directed at the developers being bad or anything. The developers are doing their job. It is the higher ups and the management and everything. And it's just like out of control. So basically what we have right now is with like the last 2 years, we've had Jim Ryan step down, who has had arguably one of the worst like track records when it comes to games and everything coming for PlayStation. Then it was taken over as the co-partnership CEO thing with Nishino and Herman Hulst. Herman Hulst got bumped back down to where he used to be, and now he has to report to Nishino. And on top of all that, Hiroki got promoted himself to just simply CEO of Sony in general, which you have to keep in mind, Sony is not just simply PlayStation. They are also music. They are cameras. They are entertainment in terms of movies and TV shows. And even over here in Japan, they have a very lucrative like healthcare system that they have going on, or insurance, I should say, technically. Not really healthcare, but the insurance policy stuff that they have over here in Japan. It's actually pretty well known. In fact, I'd have to triple check, but I think my father-in-law has it. Could be wrong on that, but anyway, regardless, like if Sony, got a lot of areas where they get all their money and everything like that. So it's not surprising if something might slowly start to tank or anything like that when the rest of the company can kind of pick that up. That's not really big news. Bigger news though is the fact that the moment Hiroki came in, we also started to see all of PlayStation's like live service endeavors just get canceled one after the other. And basically what we are left with right now in terms of their push for live service stuff, we have Helldivers 2 out right now, which is, to be fair, has done extremely well, sold extremely well for them and everything like that. Everything else from the Spider-Man Online live service game, the Last of Us factions, the Concord, obviously after 2 weeks, it got shut down completely. The God of War live service game that they're working on, which just had everyone rolling their eyes. There was the Days Gone team that was working on a live service game that has now been completely canceled. And the only thing left of that we know of right now is we have this Horizon multiplayer game, which is rumored to be something very similar to Monster Hunter. So that's also rumored to potentially release this year, which that's going to be hard against the actual Monster Hunter game, if they are similar, I should say. Then there's apparently the MMO Horizon game, which was originally rumored to then be canceled, but then now people have come out and said it's actually not canceled. And we'll get into the whole Horizon stuff with Herman Hulst and everything a little bit later. And then as of right now, we have Fair Games or Fairbanks or Fair Games, whatever, $ game, which is that extraction-like shooter. And then finally, we have Bungie's extraction shooter, which I know the Bungie extraction shooter is going to all platforms. It's going to PC, it's going to Xbox, it's going to PlayStation. But because Bungie is now under Sony, that is technically something that they release and everything like that. So it has not been very good for Sony, and especially when you have games right now that take 4 to 5 years to make, and they're basically either getting canceled. It's just metaphorically and physically throwing your money into the fire is what's going on. And there's a reason that a lot of players feel that this current generation of gaming is just kind of very lackluster because we're not getting the stuff that we're used to getting. We're just getting all these failed flops at multi-platform live service games that are going nowhere. They're not doing anything for the industry themselves. People are leaving left and right, or people are getting fired for simply making the thing that they are supposed to be making because that's their job. And then it's just like, oh, all these people over here get fired. And then, the corporate side of things just continue to stay exactly where they are, making the same bad decisions and everything. And it's just a rinse and repeat scenario here. Now, a lot of that is also, I think, unfortunately, due to all of the hiring and everything that we saw during COVID, and these companies not being able to look forward 3 to 4 years into the future and say, hey, this is not the norm. This is like kind of the exceptional thing because of this unique situation we are in during the pandemic. We should probably scale back a bit or not go too far into this particular area. In reality, though, they just saw money signs and they plowed right through. And then, oh, would you look at that? Now stocks are dipping down for like EA and Ubisoft's a whole big thing right now. Sony is not, obviously dead or anything like that, but their margins are like, I think 4 or 5%, which in the business side of things is not good at all. And especially when you have a guy like here, Hiroki Totoki, coming in, he's going to look at those and he's going to be like, yeah, okay, cracking knuckles and everything. Like he's going to clean house. He's going to do exactly what he needs to do to get the numbers where they need to go. And that can be anything from simply letting people go, no matter where they are within the company itself, be it low, floor developers or any kind of other high manager positions. He's also going to be doing things like, hey, that PlayStation 5 that we sold, yeah, let's separate the stand from it. Let's sell the stand separately. Oh, that disk drive, yeah, that's another $80 right there. We can do that right there. So whether or not he is directly the one telling them to do that, somewhere within that area, especially with if he has his team working with him, most likely to some degree, that could potentially be something right there that you might see. So, and again, he is well known for just being the numbers guy. So that's just where it is. And again, and going back to the live service push of everything, we already know that not only have they canceled all this stuff, but it's just like everyone under these guys now, they are under a microscope. And getting over to Herman Hulst, who, you know, I think back when he was working at Guerrilla was probably looked at pretty favorably. But then over the last couple of years where he's been promoted to the pretty high position in terms of what games get okayed and everything, which, by the way, keep in mind right now, even if he okays something, he has to now take that to Nishino. And if he says no, guess what? Too bad, too sad. So that is at least something good right there, at least in my personal opinion. But Herman Hulst has been doing two things, again, according to interviews and people who've been able to talk to people on the inside and everything like that. Number one is he was a big pusher of Concord, calling it the next Star Wars under Sony. A lot of people calling it his baby because of, you know, again, all the toxic positivity that was reported on and everything. And then second, being a huge pusher of the Horizon franchise, which, don't get me wrong, Horizon's, it's a good game. I don't think it should be being pushed as much as it is right now, because there are, like, you look online especially, which I know is not the greatest place to look sometimes, but regardless, a lot of people look at that and go like, really? Another Horizon game? Like, it's fine. It's not a bad game by any means. And anyone who says it's an actual bad game, I don't think you've actually played a bad game in your life. So, just saying. But it is nowhere near, like, as popular as they claim it to be and everything like that. In fact, I believe even some higher manager people have come out and said, like, yeah, we expected Horizon to sell way better, and it didn't. So that should be kind of telling you something right there. And now with a multiplayer game, which is, again, supposed to be looking very similar to a Monster Hunter, and apparently this MMO that's also being made. To be fair, though, the MMO is, I guess, being made in cooperation with a South Korean development team, if I'm correct on that. We'll post a thing up on the screen if you haven't seen it later on. But, you know, so that's a lot of Horizon stuff right there. And it's just like, Herman, reel it back there, buddy. Good games, yes. As popular as you want it to be, I'm sorry. It's just not, unfortunately. So they've had good sales, don't get me wrong. But it is nowhere near, I think, the popularity that he thinks it is for some reason. And I don't know if this is because people are not willing to call him out on it and be like, guy, pump the brakes here. We need to get some other stuff out as well, because otherwise you're just going to be known as the Horizon person or the Horizon system for the PlayStation 5, essentially. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Horizon multiplayer game does make it out, because they have a lot of people working on it. I think current reports right now have over like 500 people working on that game. I could be completely wrong. Again, we'll see something up on screen if it is like that. But it is not a small team working on this multiplayer game, and it's rumored to be coming out this year. And I'm still surprised that they have the Fair Games $ live service game going through right now. I don't know if it's simply because they are trying to now play catch up with their single player stuff to get stuff, you know, made and get ready to launch and everything. And so it's like, well, crap, we kind of have to keep some of these around. And so they looked at everything and said, okay, give me the top 3, and that could potentially do decently. Keep those going right now. Everything else get canceled, essentially. Hard to really say. But this is kind of the legacy, unfortunately, that Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst have now left players who are on the PlayStation platform and everything like that. And just FYI real quick, I know everyone loves to point at, like, you know, Phil Spencer for being like a gamer, essentially, and how you could sit down and have a beer with him if you wanted to. I'm going to tell you guys right now, both of these guys, especially Hiroki Totoki, because he's a no shit numbers guy, essentially. But even Nishino, yes, he does come from the hardware side of things. So maybe we see something like, you know, the Portal 2 or the Portal simply get a lot of updates and everything. Do we see an actual PlayStation handheld via a Switch or Asus ROG or AGL, what is it, Ally or whatever they're called? Like, we could see something like that under him. It's hard to say. But regardless, these guys are not going to be like, oh, yeah, we got a CEO now that's for the gamers. We're going to get everything. No. That's not happening with these guys. I'm just telling you right now. So keep that in mind. But now I got to bring in our usual weekly guest, Lemon. How's it going, man? I want to know raw opinions right now, raw emotional. Give me what you're feeling right now in your deepest soul. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this makes sense? I personally think it does. Do you think that things are drastically going to change? Do you think Sony is finally getting their heads out of their asses when it comes to their live service push? Or what are your thoughts?
Herman Hulst is the new Tetsura Nomura. Absolute hack. Absolutely just ruining everything. That's my new thing now. I'm gonna call him the new Nomura. Everything sounds kind of above board. Holst is getting off easy if you ask me. I think they really.
I'm surprised he's not fired, to be perfectly honest. Sorry, I had to drop that in there.
Sony is currently. You've seen the meme, the whole fuck around find out chart, where the guy's like pointing out the graph.
Mm-hmm.
They're firmly in the find out.
Yeah.
They've been fucking around for a couple years, and now they're finding out. If it wasn't for Microsoft absolutely doing whatever the fuck they're doing right now, I think they would be in more dire straits. I think this would be another PS3 era Ken Kutaragi ego check kind of thing.
I think
but because Microsoft has been, in the nicest way of putting it, soul searching, trying to figure out what they're trying to do. Because the last generation and a half, I'll call this currently a half, they have no idea what they're doing. But I think that's a whole discussion into itself, and I don't want to go too much on a tangent. I think this is good what Sony's doing. I think Herman Hulst off easy. Yeah, I'm hoping this is a real course correction, because God knows the studios need the help. Naughty Dog is practically imploding from the outside looking in. I mean, Insomniac's doing great. Ted Price is stepping down, but hopefully, so far as the Marvel studio now, the games pretty much make themselves, so I don't think there are going to be too much issues there.
Santa Monica, we don't know anything about yet. So.
Yeah, well, the rumors now with that they're going to make a God of War Egypt, which signed me the hell up.
Yeah, that definitely could be cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the God of War combat, especially the newer games. But again, that's all rumors right now. So until we see actual trailers and everything, I'm not going to dive too deep in the rumors and everything. The setting will be cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't know where it would take place, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad steadier hands are taking the helm of Sony, but on the flip side, that also means I'm still not going to get the crazy kind of Sony we had in the PS3 era. We got a bunch of weird games. That's never going to come back. And Herman Hulst, despite him being so self-centered, for lack of a better phrase, just kind of driving things over, driving the car off a proverbial cliff. We might have seen more like Loco Roco type games. We're never going to see that now with the current management of Sony.
I do want to stop you real quickly. One thing I totally forgot to mention, you are absolutely correct on, is that with these guys coming into place now and where just PlayStation is in general, we as consumers should not be expecting a ton of new IPs or anything like that. Expect remakes, remasters, sequels. That's all it's going to be, basically. All of your unique games and everything are going to come from your second and third party deals, essentially. That and in the indie scene. That's where they're coming. Yeah. First party stuff, I think, is going to be completely just what you would expect. Even looking at something like Naughty Dog, who is working on that 80s space game or whatever, don't expect it to be something weird, wacky, absolutely crazy. It's going to have the same feel of a Naughty Dog game. The story, obviously, we have no idea what story's about or anything like that, aside from bounty hunters, apparently. But I would not expect big new IPs or anything like that, like we saw back in the days. Just don't expect it. So, sorry. Anyway, let me continue. I needed to get that out.
I was gonna say, and to your point, I feel like they're gonna take the line of EA or Take-Two, very conservative, very safe.
Yep.
Sequels and remakes is what we're gonna be seeing from Sony probably the rest of this generation.
Oh, easily.
Which is a bummer. Like I said, there's a lot of innovation back in the PS3, PSP days, like Loco Roco, that when the Japan studios still existed, all those games. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just indicative of the industry we find ourselves in. You want to find anything unique, you have to go to indie games. AAA, even AA to an extent, has been pretty dry, boring, very conservative, and very scared to make any major, gambles.
I
Which
will
is a
say,
bummer.
and you are correct on that. I will say one thing though is that there are a lot of people over here in Japan, I should say at least. Only for this is only from what I've been seeing in Japan right now. Is that because Sony is elevating a lot of these like CEO positions and everything from people who are here in Japan? They're wondering if they're going to start trying to take a lot more of a focus on Japan to try and compete with people like Nintendo and everything, because maybe they don't see any competition from Microsoft. That's just something I wanted to throw in there because I've been seeing a lot of comments on that, especially over here on social media, which is, I guess, the upside of what I particularly see. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. Again, when we see something like, Sony handheld coming up, and it's just like, okay, is it going to be like a handheld via like Steam Deck Switch 2 style thing? Is it going to be more along the lines of the Portal still, but you're just improving your cloud gaming? Because I said this in one of our videos a couple of months ago, where I think that maybe instead of trying to do some big, huge handheld and everything, that the PlayStation Portal with the cloud gaming right now is a good way to introduce people into the PlayStation ecosystem who are newer gamers, because it's only like $200 to buy the handheld, and if the PlayStation cloud stuff continues to improve, then you get access to a lot of their first party games and everything like that. So will Nishino do that? I'm not really sure, but that is something to keep an eye on right there. I would personally say if they try to do that, or if the handheld rumor is still something to do, because they've said multiple times, even when all this news broke, is that consoles are still going to be one of their big focus points and everything like that. We know that they're going deep into PC and everything as well. In fact, they simply made, at least for the single player games, their PSN login requirement now is completely optional. I'm assuming that the online multiplayer games, they are not, or maybe that could change. I'm not really sure because they haven't released one. Helldivers is literally the only one right now. Concord, again, was taken offline completely, and everything else that they brought to PC has been single player. God of War, Spider-Man just released and everything. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen there. But it's definitely an interesting time for what we could be seeing there. But like we said beforehand, though, this is also a chance, I think, for a lot of gamers right now who want this big, unique stuff from Sony. Don't expect it. Start to expand your horizons now. Look, whether, again, it's at the AA or the second and third party partners that they are with, or the indie scene.
Yeah,
Get used to playing. Check those games out. Check them out. And 9 times out of 10, guess what? They're not $70. They're $20, $30. Or if you wait for a sale, they're literally under $10 half the time for a lot of those games. And and here's another thing, and I've said this multiple times, and I know finances are hard for a lot of people, myself included, and everything, which is why I can't just go out and buy every single game that I want and everything like that. But you want to see more unique games or particular styles of games from certain small teams and developers and everything, you have to buy those games. If you've seen an indie game come out that's $20, buy it. Do not do I'll wait for Game Pass or PlayStation Plus. Buy the game, especially for those smaller teams and everything like that. That money goes directly to them, and they can have more opportunities going forward into the future. Or for certain games that are made by much smaller teams, but they're under maybe a bigger umbrella and everything like that, when you buy those games, yes, the direct money that you are spending, it does not go to that individual developer. We all know this, or at least we should know this. It's going to go to the company. However, by buying that and supporting that particular type of game right there, because they see those stats and everything, they know where all that money goes in particular areas. It's not you buy a game and that somehow goes into their live service game or anything like that. They are going to see that, and they're going to be like, oh, this particular game actually did well. We'll keep this team around. Now, does that happen 100% of the time? Obviously not. They're companies and all that stuff. We've talked about it multiple times here. But buying the games that are either made by small teams, again, whether they're under a big publisher or they're individually by their own, on their own and everything like that, buying the games is the best way to at least hope that either something's going to be improved upon for their next game, It could be a sequel to that smaller game, but then they vastly improve the mechanics of, gameplay, cinematics, etc. You name it. Simply waiting for streaming services or, again, PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass and everything like that. That is not how you support them. Just saying. Lemon, I don't know if you agree with me on that, but that's where my
Game Pass all the way. No, you gotta throw money at the devs. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like you were leading right up. You were literally saying every point all the way up to just short of saying the developer's name and the game specifically. Y'all didn't buy enough goddamn Prince of Persia.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm going to go off on a tangent on that if I could, but I won't do it too bad for this video. It'll be a real quick one.
That's where you were going with that.
Editors have some fun with this. I'm just saying this right now. Oh my gosh. Like you said, this encapsulates perfectly what I was just talking about. Even under a big publisher, aka Ubisoft, regardless of, their troubled times, and I know people meme on them and people don't buy the games and everything like that, but you wanted, for those who kept saying, we want Prince of Persia, or we want these more unique games from Ubisoft. That was the game right there. Like, you look at reviews, you look at people who actually take a chance on it to play the game, because they're at first they're like, nah, I'm not really going to play it, but then they buy it and they play it and they're like, holy crap, this game was good. Like that, there's a reason that Prince of Persia was reviewed so well. It was like one of Ubisoft's highest reviewed games in the last, I think, 5 or 6 years. But yet, unfortunately, it flopped. And again, I know part of that is due to the whole what Ubisoft brings, unfortunately, to the current table right now in terms of people saying, I'll give it a month, it'll be 50% off or whatever, right? Or, it's not this particular type of game, or it doesn't look like the Prince of Persia I knew. Like, 5 minutes of research. 5 minutes. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown was such an amazing game. And then they actually had story DLC that came out a few months later. And it was like $5 for it. And yeah, maybe, again, for maybe some people, maybe 50 at the particular moment was a little high. But I'm pretty sure it's like 15, $20 right now. Lemon, is that worth it for that game?
I mean, I think it was worth it for 50.
Yeah, same here.
So obviously 20 is even more worth it.
Exactly. Oh, I bought that game day one and I did not regret it at all.
How about a physical?
Yeah, same.
It's a great game.
It's just like, so bottom line, support the games by buying them and don't just go full into PlayStation Plus, which in my personal opinion is not even worth it. Game Pass, I can see parts of it being worth it, but you still need to buy some games. Otherwise, we're going to keep just getting what we've been getting, and people are going to be like, why isn't this happening? Or why isn't this? And it's just like, this is why. So, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen with PlayStation. I'm interested to see what Nishino and Hiroki do, but prepare for some slow times going forward is all I'm going to say. And again, going off of something that we just said with Prince of Persia and everything, smaller games and everything like that, buying games like Astrobot, which are first party under PlayStation right now. Then the next game made by Asobi, the developers who made that game, which by the way, was like a team under 100 and actually on a pretty good budget, buy those games. If you see a game that's like, oh, it's only 20 hours, but it's really super polished, really good story or good whatever type of game it's supposed to be, buy it. Don't be the, well, I don't get 100 hours out of my game, so guess what? It's not worth it to me. That's fine. But don't be surprised when we don't get more stuff like that. And we just get we get a bunch of slop that we've been getting for a while. It's just the reality of it. Keep that in mind next time you're trying to buy a game. That's actually a good right there.
Less Horizon, more Killzone.
I mean, we already know Killzone's not going to get worked on because Herman Hulst is...
He's not down with the space Nazis. He doesn't like killing space Nazis. Look how well Indiana Jones did. Punching Nazis.
Did it do well, though? That's the one thing we don't know. We don't know how well, because Microsoft never releases any of that data. So we have no idea if they had... what am I looking for? We have no idea how many sales they got. We have no idea how much Game Pass numbers it pushed.
I don't care. That is the best Indiana Jones game review wise ever made.
Oh no,
As far as I'm
it
concerned,
is.
I'm fucking pumped. I need Avowed to come out so I can justify buying Game Pass. I love how you just went through that diatribe.
I know, I just went through the whole thing, and then Lemon here just like, I'm gonna buy Game Pass
time, baby.
to get Avowed.
Well,
like-
I can't buy it on my goddamn PlayStation yet.
I mean, it will probably come out on PlayStation eventually.
I know it already has been out. I just don't want to hook up my Xbox again.
It's also something to keep in mind that if Xbox's whole push of trying to make sure that when you buy a game, you can then go ahead and play it anywhere. So if you buy it on Xbox and you can go play it on PC, you can play it on your phone, you can do this and that, and it actually works. That could be a reason to actually buy something on Xbox. Because the big question right now is, why should I ever buy something on Xbox when they clearly don't care about the hardware and everything?
That raises a good point. Because yeah, if you buy something on Xbox, you can't play anywhere other than Xbox. Game Pass, if you buy Ultimate, you can play it anywhere.
Right, but
Just
it has
technically
to
have
be Ultimate
license.
though. It has to be Ultimate.
Yeah.
Which is why when I look at
So-
them saying like, obviously we know they had pretty good sales over like, November and December due to Call of Duty, which was like, yeah, and water's wet. I mean, what'd you expect essentially? But I'm waiting to hear like in a couple of months and say like, yeah, so it sold really well because we know that like over 60% of the purchases for Call of Duty were over on PlayStation, funny enough. And Microsoft still gets that money, obviously. But like the next one going on Game Pass, I guarantee you the Game Pass numbers, they went up for the first couple of months because people wanted to just simply try it out for a month or so in terms of the single player and everything. But then all those people, or a good chunk of those people, canceled. Wouldn't be surprised. Would not surprise me at all. So
Well, I mean, I let mine lapse after they forced me to try to pay more than $2 for the Game Pass. Because I was doing that whole Game Pass upgrade thing.
oh
The
yeah,
moment that lapsed, I was like, I'm out. I'm done.
pretty much.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story, man.
Haven't played my Xbox since then.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to call it there for the stream. It's been an awesome time chatting with you guys. And unfortunately, we had to deal with the Final Fantasy VII stuttering and just frames going down into single digits because apparently Final Fantasy plus OBS ain't working. So,
Well, Final Fantasy, JRPG in general on PC is pretty sketch usually.
Yeah.
You should have expected that.
yeah. And if PlayStation or if PlayStation, if Square really wants to go hard into this multi-platform push, they need to get way better at their PC ports. I mean, even Capcom has iffy PC ports, but they're definitely better than what Square has. And again, when people are like, yeah, but Rebirth's PC port was actually pretty good compared to Remake. Remake is like the bottom line of a PC port. Like it was that bad. So
That's like
yes,
saying,
Rebirth
like,
came up and did that, but there's still a lot of stuff missing from the PC port. Different if you don't have, unless you have particular like hardware, it's not going to be working. I know AMD people are not having a good time with that.
Which is weird because they're coming off a PS5, which is AMD.
Right, exactly. That is something right there. Yes. But in terms of like even their settings and everything, like the only upscaler available is DLSS. Like I know they have technically TAA, if I remember correctly, but there's no FSR. There's the Intel one, which I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. There's no
What?
Yeah. So they don't have those on there. The only way you can get those is if you had that mod that I was showing on screen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's what? That is so crazy, man.
Yeah,
Why that
it
would
is.
not be?
And there's a ton of
equivalent.
there's a ton of extra just basic setting stuff that either A, they don't have in there, or B, they do. But instead of being able to, put it between, like a normal game would, between ultimate and low, it's simply high, low. That's it. And it's just like,
that's
what?
very binary.
Yeah, it is. It's super binary and everything
Good,
like
bad.
that. Yeah. So Square, you're to give them a little credits, they are going in the right direction. They are. But they have a long ways to go until they are, I think, where they want to be. And they cannot skimp on a good PC port, especially if they're trying to get this stuff released day in day as the console versions of said games, essentially. But at least there's one positive to it, is that they actually got it Steam Deck verified, which I think is actually a bigger move by them to make sure that their games, especially these higher, fidelity games, can run on the Switch too. Because if Rebirth can run on a Steam Deck right now, then I guarantee 95%
So
it can probably run on the Switch too. Just saying.
is it a PowerPoint on a Steam Deck? What does it mean to be Steam Deck verified? Like what is the
Basically, Steam Deck
ramifications
verified
of
is
that?
Steam themselves have come out and said, yes, you can run this on a Steam Deck. Like they okayed it with them from what I understand. Now, most likely what it means is all low settings, maybe 30 FPS from what I understand. I mean, let's be perfectly honest here.
Verified.
There's a lot of games on that are Steam Deck verified and they run hopefully 30 FPS low settings. So if that's something you can handle on a handheld, by all means, go ahead. But that's definitely not something I would personally do. I personally would look at the Steam Deck as something like, hey, I'm going to play those, more indie games or small, not as crazy of demanding games on the Steam Deck, but at least it's there for those who want to.
I'm just shocked that's verified.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I
but
guess
that tells me
AMD,
though there that they're getting ready to release all their stuff on Switch 2. So anyway, guys,
Well, I mean,
we're gonna
Steam
call
Deck
it there for the
verified,
stream though.
be fair.
And what were you gonna say?
I would say if it's Steam Deck verified, this Switch 2 is going to run circles around it. So
It should. Yeah,
if you
it
have-
absolutely
if you get
should.
Steam Deck verified, it's going to be damn good on Switch 2. So
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the one nice thing about being Steam Deck verified as well, which then obviously means it's most likely going to run on the Switch 2, is the nice thing about those handhelds is that you don't have a huge bunch of different configurations for that is PC gaming essentially.
yeah,
You
exactly.
need to run on one thing and that's it. So
Yep. Yep.
unfortunately, the up and the downsides of PC gaming and everything like that, it allows you to use different configurations of hardware, low end, high end, mid end, all that stuff. But unfortunately, if you have a team that doesn't know how to really work with that stuff, then you get some pretty abysmal ports and everything. And also on the top of it, just a lot of publishers not giving them the proper time to learn that stuff and optimize it and all that. So
Time
that's
is
a
money,
whole
friends.
other rabbit hole that we could go down. So. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, we're going to end the stream there. Again, thank you so much for everyone that stopped by, and we'll catch you in the next one. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us. Sub to the channels for direct gaming. Follow us over on social media. Links down below and all that fun stuff. And until next time, everyone. Johnny.